English Listening Practice. Episode 2: The Truth About Money and Happiness. Hello everyone, and welcome to another listening practice from English Learning Hub. I'm Emily, and I'm so glad you're here with me. Today we will explore the real connection between money and happiness. Many people think that more money always brings more joy. But actually, the story is much richer and more layered than that. In this episode, I will explain how money affects different parts of our well-being, what truly makes us happy, and how we can balance financial success with inner peace. If you're at the B1 level, this podcast is perfect for you. I will talk slowly and clearly and share detailed examples, practical ideas, and natural language so you can follow along easily. Let's dive in together. First, let's talk about what money really is. Money is the tool we use to trade value. We exchange money to buy things like food and clothes, to pay for a home, or to receive services like a haircut or a doctor's visit. We feel stable and calm when we have enough money to meet our basic needs, like 3 regular meals a day, a safe place to live, and clothes that fit. But once those basics are secured, extra money can help in many ways. Yet it doesn't always lead to greater happiness. For instance, money can relieve stress when an unexpected bill arrives, because you know you have savings to cover it. Money can also give freedom. You might choose to start a small side business or to take a short break from work. Yet money by itself cannot buy friendship or inner peace. That leads us to our next question. What exactly is happiness? Happiness is more than a quick smile. It is a lasting feeling of satisfaction, contentment, and purpose. Happiness appears when we feel connected to others, when we see meaning in our work or hobbies, and when we grow as individuals. It is that warm feeling in your chest when you think back on a good memory, and the calm you feel when you know you are doing what matters most to you. Researchers have studied the link between income and well-being for decades. They find that up to a certain point, more money really does make life easier and reduces worry. People who earn enough to cover rent, food, healthcare, and basic transport tend to be happier than those who struggle to pay these bills. But once income reaches a comfortable threshold, enough to cover needs plus a few nice extras, each additional dollar produces smaller and smaller increases in happiness. Experts call this the law of diminishing returns. To illustrate, imagine 2 neighbors, Jessica and Ryan. Jessica works part-time, earns just enough to pay her rent, buy groceries, and catch the bus. Still, she often lies awake at night worrying about how she will pay for her next doctor's visit. Ryan works full-time, pays his bills without stress, and has money left for occasional dinners out. He sleeps well and enjoys his weekend hikes. If Ryan got a small raise, he might buy a nicer phone or eat at a more expensive restaurant more often, but his overall happiness would not jump as much as it did when he moved from part-time to full-time work. That major jump was from meeting essential needs to feeling secure. After that, extra raises add comfort but not deep joy. Let's take Maria as an example, one of my friends who was a graphic designer in a medium-sized city. Maria's salary covered her rent, groceries, and weekend outings with friends. Then she took a higher-paying job requiring long hours and travel. She used her new income to buy a powerful laptop, a designer coat, and frequent business-class flights. But after a few months, when she finally rested at home, she felt empty. Her friends were busy, she had no time to cook her favorite meals, and her new items sat unused. Maria realized that by focusing on income alone, she had given up what mattered: time with friends, personal hobbies, and a simple, healthy routine. So she left the high-paying role and returned to her former position, where balance and genuine happiness waited. This story highlights that money is just one piece of a larger puzzle. To see the full picture, let's explore 5 core drivers of happiness: strong relationships, meaningful work, autonomy, gratitude, and health. Strong relationships are the foundation of a happy life. We are social creatures, wired to seek connection. Relationships offer emotional support, reduce loneliness, and bring shared joy. To deepen these bonds, try small daily actions. Send a genuine compliment by text, share a funny article, or ask a loved one, "What was the best part of your day?" Once a week, plan a simple meetup, a walk in a local park, a coffee date, or a video call if you live far apart. Over time, these small investments pay off in trust and warmth. Psychologists note that people who prioritize relationships report higher life satisfaction, even when they have modest incomes. Next, meaningful work gives our days purpose. When we see how our effort benefits others or helps us grow, our jobs become sources of pride. Meaningful work can be paid, like a teacher guiding students, or unpaid, like volunteering at a food pantry. Think about a task you do daily: cleaning your kitchen, coding a feature, or writing a report. Ask yourself, how does this serve me or someone else? If you are a parent, making dinner nourishes your family. If you code software, your work might help hundreds of users. Reframing tasks in terms of impact can transform routine into meaningful activity. Autonomy, the freedom to make choices, boosts how we feel about life. When we decide our schedule, choose our projects, or pick our hobbies, we exercise control. Even small shifts, working from home one day a week, starting your morning with exercise, or blocking an hour for creative projects, increase autonomy. To protect autonomy, build an emergency fund. This money cushion, even if small, lets you say no to a stressful overtime shift or a bad deal. Financial stability enhances the freedom to choose paths that align with your well-being. Gratitude is a simple yet powerful habit. When we notice and appreciate the good things, big or small, we shift our focus away from lack. Start a daily gratitude practice. Each evening, list 3 things you are thankful for: a tasty meal, a warm bed, a kind word from a coworker. You can write them in a journal or say them aloud. Over time, this habit trains your brain to see the positives and reduces stress. Research shows that people who regularly practice gratitude report higher life satisfaction and fewer symptoms of depression. Finally, good health underpins everything else. Exercise, balanced nutrition, restful sleep, and mental care all feed our overall happiness. You don't need an expensive gym. Daily walks, home workouts, or stretching routines work wonders. For nutrition, aim to fill half your plate with vegetables, a quarter with lean protein, and a quarter with whole grains. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And if you struggle, try a simple bedtime routine. Dim lights, limit screens, and read or meditate for 10 minutes before bed. Mental health matters too. Practice a 3-minute breathe-in exercise in the morning to set a calm tone for the day. Now let's weave these core drivers into practical strategies for balancing money and happiness. I will add new details and examples throughout each step so you can apply them right away. 1. Prioritize essentials first. Start by tracking your monthly spending. Write down every expense, even small ones like a cup of coffee. Group expenses under housing, food, healthcare, transport, and utilities. Aim to allocate around 50 to 60% of your income to these essentials. Once you see the numbers, you might find areas where you can save. a cheaper phone plan, or cooking at home instead of daily takeout. Covering essentials first ensures you meet critical needs and sleep better at night, knowing bills are paid. 2. Build an experience fund. Dedicate a portion of your income, 5 to 10%, to experiences that bring you joy. A weekend getaway, a hobby class, or a concert with friends. Transition money from extras to experiences triggers anticipation, which adds to happiness even before the event. Keep a visual tracker, like a small calendar or chart, of upcoming plans. For example, if you plan a cooking workshop 2 months from now, mark it and note how many days remain. That countdown builds excitement and causes positive emotions throughout the saving period. 3. Practice mindful spending. Mindful spending means pausing before every non-essential purchase. Use a 24-hour rule. If you see something you want, wait a day before buying. During that time, ask, does this item align with my values? Will it improve my life in the long run? For instance, borrowing a friend's book or checking out a free online tutorial can satisfy your curiosity without cost. Over time, mindful spending reduces impulse buys and helps you appreciate what you already own. 4. Invest in yourself. Allocate part of your budget to personal growth, an online course, professional certification, or new hobby supplies. Set SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. For example, commit to completing an intermediate language lesson weekly for 3 months. Join a study group or accountability partner to stay motivated. Tracking progress, like a simple checklist, releases dopamine and keeps you engaged. These skills can boost future earnings and give a deep sense of mastery. 5. Automate savings. Set up automatic transfers on payday. Label each account: emergency, vacation, retirement. Treat savings like a recurring bill. Even small amounts, $10 or $20, grow significantly over time thanks to compound interest. Reviewing saving progress monthly, seeing a rising balance, reinforces positive behavior and reduces money anxiety. 6. Give back. Volunteering costs time, not just money. Donate a couple of hours a week at a local shelter or offer professional skills pro bono. If you can donate money, start small, 1 to 2% of your income, and choose causes close to your heart. Giving back creates a sense of purpose and community connection. Studies show that people who volunteer report higher happiness and lower stress levels. 7. Manage debt wisely. List all debts with interest rates. Focus on the highest rate debt first. Make extra payments when possible. At the same time, maintain minimums on lower rate debts. Consider consolidating high-interest credit card debt into a lower-rate personal loan, but only if fees remain low. Celebrate each debt paid off. It feels like a bonus and motivates you to tackle the next. 8. Plan for the future. Write down your big goals: buying a house, going back to school, or retiring early. Break each goal into small steps with deadlines. Save $1,000 by August, complete a certification by December. Use a simple spreadsheet or app to track. When you achieve a step, reward yourself with a free or low-cost treat, a homemade dessert or an afternoon hike. 9. Cultivate daily gratitude. Keep a Moments of Joy jar on your desk. At day's end, write a positive moment on a slip of paper and drop it in. At month's end, read the notes and relive those joys. For extra impact, share one gratitude note each week with a friend or family member. This practice spreads positivity and builds stronger bonds. 10. Balance work and rest. Use energy management, schedule demanding tasks during your peak energy hours, and reserve low energy times for routine work or breaks. Try the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of focused work followed by 5 minutes of rest. Plan at least one full day off weekly. Disconnect from email and tasks, and engage in a hobby, nature outing, or relaxation. Regular rest prevents burnout and keeps you motivated and creative. Putting it all together. A day in your life. Imagine this balanced routine. You wake at 7 a.m., spend 3 minutes on mindful breathing, and jot down 3 things you're grateful for. You work on a challenging project during your morning power hour. At lunchtime, you video call a friend for a quick check-in. After work, you attend a local language exchange for an hour, investing in yourself while socializing. You automate your savings before dinner, cook a healthy meal with colorful veggies, and then spend 30 minutes reading or stretching. Before bed, you drop a gratitude note in your jar and plan tomorrow's priorities. You rest peacefully knowing you have nurtured money habits and inner well-being equally. By weaving these strategies into daily life, you create a synergy between financial security and genuine joy. Money remains a helpful tool, not the sole source of happiness, and your well-being becomes a balanced, sustainable journey. Thank you for listening to today's episode. I hope these detailed ideas help you design a life where your finances and your heart support each other. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a comment about your favorite tip, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Until next time, take care of your mind, body, and spirit. Goodbye for now.